welcome back to the Butter Pod. We have another episode of our series on the NZIFBB reviews. Obviously, myself and Frank Carroll. How are you, Frank?
Good.
Good. Back for another episode. Just before we kick it off, I just want to remind everyone that this is not sponsored or affiliated with the IFBB in any way. It's obviously just supporting the Federation because we love the sport. This is just our opinions and stuff like that. So we're just sharing that with you. Although we'll share some data of who won, who placed, and all that kind of thing as well. And that's from the IFBB itself. So yeah, we're going to talk about Body of Steel today. So that was our second show of the season. Also in Auckland. It's just a slightly different name. It's kind of run by a different person for this one, which is really, really cool. Gives a bit more variety. But this one was in Glenfield. It was on, when was it? 3rd of June, I think it was. Or was it early June event? It was really fun. And Frank, myself, his wife, Kate Carroll, she was there. And my posing coach and our friend, Rhiannon, was there also. So we all watched it together. Marjon, my coach, was there too. And that was really, really fun. So we had a big group of people just chatting about who we thought was going to win and what was going on. But tell me, Frank, let's jump into it. What did you think of the Body of Steel show? Did you enjoy it? What was your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the same as the Auckland show.
Yeah.
The first Auckland show. Good vibes, eh?
Good vibes. Yeah. So much fun.
I feel like the shows, although small, have been great lead-ins to the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And I think from a term of energy and vibe, set a standard.
Yeah, it was cool, right? And it was packed out as well, like the first show, like we said in the other podcast, that it was small, but it was packed. Like, there's people right to the back. There was families. It was crazy. I think in that very first show, someone got called up on the stage and said thanks for buying 30 tickets for her whole family. So like they were packed out. It's so much fun, right? Like it's cool. It brings a vibe. You don't even know the athlete that might have just jumped on the stage, but you're cheering for them, and it's really fun. So yeah, it was definitely a vibe. Hey, it was a little bit bigger than the first show. Do you think? A little bit. I
think numbers are pretty, a little bit bigger.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, and then again, that in part, the fact two Auckland shows so close together, could be the exact reason. One show could have been twice as big. So
yeah, totally.
Potentially just a little bit of planning and stuff. Might have, sort of
crossover
things a bit, but two cool shows.
It was two cool shows. And the difference with this Body of Steel show was, one, you weren't competing, you were watching, which is a different perspective, but also you had a whole bunch of your clients competing in this one too. So was that right? A couple of clients?
I had a couple of clients competing in that one.
Yeah, not in the first show though. Auckland Champs, no, none of your clients were there, were they? Just this is the first show for your clients.
Yeah, I was selfish for the first one.
Yeah. No one else.
The same reason for them. Well, one of the reasons why I chose that show was because I wasn't intending to do any other shows for myself, and so it was that I'd be able to get out of the way and then concentrate on my clients. And if I decided to compete again later in the year, it was going to give me time to actually be able to make good improvements. And so the same for my clients at this show. It was sort of like get in, know where they stand, and then be able to make the changes so that they can come back later in the year and go, yo, what's up?
Yeah, I love that. It's so cool. Hey, which of your athletes were competing? Drop some names and divisions. Tell us who it was.
Taylor and I had Amy both in bikini, and I think both in masters as well.
Yeah, because they looked amazing. Both of them looked incredible. They kept it so good. Yeah.
Not that you'd know the masters. Yeah.
No way. Not either of them. Like crazy clothes, everything. It's just like, wow, impressive. So were you proud of them? Were you happy with the package they brought? Was everything like pretty good to plan, or were you just a little bit like, what were your thoughts?
No, I was real happy with them. I have this thing where I don't put clients on stage if they're not ready.
Yeah.
And so,
love that.
But if you go to any show, you'll know which ones are mine. And if they're not ready, we will just kick the goalposts a little further down, right? So that they are ready, because you're going to enjoy it more. When you know you're looking on, you enjoy it way more.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the challenges we had with Kayla was she got her period that
on the day.
You're like the
Every
dedicated
woman's
so
worst nightmare.
we had that, and that's honestly something that happens with me so often.
Yeah.
Where they're getting their cycle right on that week.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of off the opinion that I don't like to get in the way of that. I would rather manage that the best that I can, and rather than do the whole thing like, oh, plan your pill so that it into that.
Yeah.
I like to keep my woman as they are.
Yeah, you don't want to be mucking around with too much, like while they're so lean as well. It's a little bit scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better to get it, not be getting it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly. And then, so do you have like protocols you do with all of your girls, or is it different per person as to what you might do on show day and how they looking?
Yeah, it's different for each person, depending on the condition that they're in, and obviously having the chance to learn how they respond to different things, and then it'll change even more if they've got that happening as well. So,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, good on her. Shakayla, we had no idea, mate. We had no idea until Frank just told everyone then. But but no one would have known any different. You know, she looked incredible. She looked amazing. It's probably like the stress thing, you know, how stress puts off your period. And then on the show day, you kind of relax. You're like, oh, it's here. Can't do anything about it now. I'm just going to put my bikini on. And then it comes like it's the worst timing. But we didn't notice, Kayla. You looked fucking awesome. It was incredible. And Amy did as amazing as well. She took out Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she came out with a few firsts, I think.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, she looked nuts. And yeah, not to take away from anyone else that was there, but yeah, it meant a lot to Amy, and like, yeah, you'd see her on stage and you could see every single workout that she had done.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she looked amazing. So I don't know Amy very well. I know Kayla a bit more, but how many shows has Amy done in the past, or was this her first one? Tell me about her history. It was her first one. Wow. Holy shit, you never know. You'd never know. Oh, good on her. Good on her. Good work, Amy. Worthy of victory, doing well so far. So far, so I love it. All right, let's talk about the show, because there was a little bit in this one. So let's start with the boys. Let's start with the boys first, because the girls were first technically on the show day. Like, they all came out first. But we'll talk about the guys, because there was one guy, you're going to know who I'm talking about. As soon as he came out, I wasn't ready for him, because I'd been filming all the bikini girls. I was doing lives for everyone. But I put my phone down, and then this dude comes out, and I was like, holy fuck, like, whoa, like, this is crazy. And his physique was incredible. His posing was amazing. He had the best stage presence. He looked like he respected all the other athletes. He knew what he was doing. He did what he was told. He was listening to the judge. Like, and for his age, I was like, what the hell is going on here? So I had to ask Frank, I had to ask you. I was like, who's this guy? Where did he come from? So that was James, was it Rino? I can't pronounce his last name, but he was great, right? Tell me about what you thought of him. Like, he walked out and he just blew me away. What did you think?
Yeah, James Illinois.
Yeah.
Again, absolute class A. Like, off of the back of the last podcast, just doing everything right. Investing into, you know, he put as much into his posing as he put into his training and into his nutrition. And yeah, I was gonna say those two brothers, because they help each other out. Well done.
Yeah, good job, eh? My God. Yeah. And they both young. I think I did a little look. I found James on Instagram, and then I saw his brother, and they look quite young. They're like quite young guys, but they seem to be really switched on. They know what they're doing. They're natural competitors, like, pretty openly. So it's crazy, eh?
Yeah. Epic example of deciding to do it and doing it. Doing it right. Properly. Yeah.
100%. 19 years old, natural competitor, fucking up everyone.
Yeah.
Genetics as well, probably in there somewhere, but yeah, crazy, man. So yeah, the guys were really good. That was my standout for the guys. Was there anyone else that came out that kind of blew you away with the men in any division as well? All of them across the board.
There was the guy that ended up getting the classic overall. I think his name is Keith. Yeah. And I think he may have come from Australia, or spent some time here, some time there. He looked good as well. I would say potentially could be better suited for bodybuilding. But he was another person that he bought good condition, good shape, good size. I think potentially could have posed a little bit better, just to like bring himself out more.
Yeah.
I think because he had the goods.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
would have been epic to just again see him and just more of his light.
For sure, yeah. I remember him. He looked great. So he was like, wait, he was the one that might have just had a bit too much size. Even, is that what you mean? Could have gone up into the next division of like how much? Because he was jacked. He looked great though, conditioning wise. Like,
he looked big. His conditioning was good. I think also like you're comparing against what was on stage.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, we could be saying he looked like he was potentially getting too big for classic, but then if you put him up against with some other classic guys, you might see that actually, he's sweet. But he looked good.
Yeah, he looked good. Great. There's a couple of little diamonds in there, wasn't there? There was a couple of goodies that popped out in Body of Steel. I was quite impressed with that. And it was a good show too. It was just like I felt like it was pretty well run as well. Everything just seemed to be running pretty smoothly. The only hold up was for a bit of sweat on the dudes to stop the show. Sweat in a bit much, but you get that. Otherwise, everything else pretty well. Did you find it quite a good show, well run and whatnot?
Yeah, again, in a real smoothly run show.
Yeah.
And I think that's all it's good warm up for the next shows. I think you'll find that the bigger shows will run just as smooth as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting ready.
This is just the warm up, man. We're getting into all the big shows. I'm just having a look at what was the next show because I'm a little bit lost on the schedule. So Body of Steel next is Tournament of Champs.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's a bit of a break here, guys. Our next comp's 26th of August. But it's a Tournament of Champs, and what I hear so far is this the best competition in the country. What like I haven't been before. Have you been to watch one before? Or is this going to be your first time going down?
Yeah, we always go to Tournament of Champs.
Yeah.
Ran by Shane Hunter of Nutrition Systems.
Love Shannon.
And so man, he's someone that he loves this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you see that at that show, he poured so much into it. That is just his baby. He loves it. He loves people doing it. Yeah, so
you can see it.
Yeah, put so much into it, and everyone enjoys it. There's always some crazy out the gate prizes, and
yeah, he's good. I love Shane. He's the best. He's going to come on the pod. He's going to be up in the next couple of weeks in Auckland, so we'll do a studio pod for that one. But it'd just be good to talk to him about it. But apparently, it's a really, really good show. He asked me to come. He's like, come and compete at my show as well. He's always out there hustling, like getting as many athletes as he can on stage, and like, and you've got a few competitors going down there for that one as well, don't you? A few athletes.
Yeah, it's always one of the most popular shows. Most people want to do that show because it is such a good time. And I'm mates of Shane, and I want to be able to, help again, like how we talked about in other shows, other podcasts as well. Like, it takes the people going there to be able to enable these shows to happen, and at the standard that happens. So, future speaking. Do other shows as well, so that the other shows can be as good as this one.
Yeah, 100%. Come on, Shane, you need to do more than one.
But I've got probably my biggest team doing this show.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And so you're going to head down with Kate. I'm hoping to come down. We'll both be in prep mode. Kate will probably be jumping into her prep mode by that point, like getting later in the year. But it'll just be fun to watch, and then we can wrap it up as well. But it'll be a good show, I think. So that's the next one on the cards now. We've all got a bit of a wait. And then it's South Island Champs, Wellington Champs, and then Waikato Champs, my show. It's going to be fun. And then nationals after that. So there's a few coming up, but we'll be taking a little break from the reviews from here. But should we talk about the placings for maybe the ladies as well? Maybe we'll jump into those because there were some little surprises in there. We only had one woman for the figure category. Absolute sweetheart. She's a darling. She's been in my DMs already, and she wants me to get Jess Chandy on the pod. But I think that'd be awesome. Denver's out there on the pods everywhere, so I'll get Jess on my one. But her name was Fenella. What was her surname? Tinworth. And she was great. Do you remember seeing her pop out? Yeah. Looked awesome.
Yeah.
Great presence. Her posing. She nailed it.
Yeah.
she's off to nationals now, so watch out, figure. And then we had our bikini girls. Let's talk about those girls. Yeah, so a little bit of a mixture. We had a girl from Aussie who's coached by Troy Thornton. We had your two beautiful angels on the stage, Kayla and Amy. And then we had this Jasmine popped out of nowhere, and we were all like, who's this chick? But you guys kind of had seen her before around a little bit. And speaking of Jess Shandy, she's one of her girls. So, and she ended up taking it out. What did you think of Jasmine? What did you think when she popped out? Were you ready for her to come out? I was shocked, but what did you think?
I had I didn't recognize her straight away.
Oh yeah.
But I then did recall, like, and then that was the biggest shock for me, and what I like the most from her last time on stage to now, such a huge difference. And yeah, there's something to be said for people that come and do this, don't find it easy, don't give up, take the time out, put the time in, and then come out and go boom.
Yeah, that's what she did.
Yeah.
100%.
She deserved the placing. She stood out. You couldn't help but notice her. So
100%. Great presence on the stage. She looked great. Big smile, girls. It goes a long way, man. So if you're watching this pod on YouTube, you'll be able to see I'm going to put a little clip of Jasmine and our winners as well. So if you're watching, you'll be able to see that. But if not, if you're on Spotify, go check out my YouTube clip I put up of the Body of Steel show, so you can see some of the bikini girls come up. But yeah, she was great. She was awesome, Jasmine. She'll be at nationals as well, along with Amy. Kayla, will Kayla be there as well, or just Amy?
Yeah.
No, both of them, right? Yeah, cool. So you're going to have a couple of girls already at nationals in the bag, and then we'll have Jasmine up there as well, which will be quite cool. So yeah, it was a good little bit of a battle for the bikini girls. They got them all on stage, didn't they? All classes, all divisions. They just mixed them all up and just kind of like mucked around with it a little bit, which was kind of fun to watch. What do you think?
Yes, even though the individual classes weren't big, when it came down for the overall, the winners of each class actually ended up bringing together quite a decent lineup. So there was decent quality in that lineup, even though it was a small show, and the girls had to work for it. It could have gone a couple of different ways.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and then the winner won it on the day, which was Jasmine. So that was awesome. And yeah, I think Amy did really well. I just want to mention her again. She did so well. She was Troy's client. You could kind of tell when she walked out, and they're like, she's from Aussie. And I was like, she's got that posing, like just that look, Troy's look of his bikini girls. And it was kind of cool. She looked amazing. So I'm sure she'll just keep going and go really far. But she was a new one on my radar. But yeah, I love that. All the girls did really well. So congrats to all the girls. And again, no wellness. Why do you think there was no wellness girls in these first two shows? What do you reckon? Is it just the whole thing like being so far out? What do you reckon?
No, I think that like figure and like physique, it's just there just needs to be time of the girls being able to bring that look to stage.
Yeah.
That people don't really get. I think that these wellness girls are actually quite built.
It's so easy.
It takes a bit to bring that shape and to keep the condition to represent wellness as it should be. And so I think New Zealand is just a smaller pool, but I'm pretty sure by the end of the year we'll see a few more pop up. So then the same for figure and physique as well. It's just what it takes to get that look. Not easy. Not easy.
No, not for the gals to build it up.
Anything, relying a little bit more on your genetic makeup to be able to just come and compete there. So they're definitely coming through though. I know that there's girls in the works. So.
Yeah, definitely. If you come in hot, I've got a first-time competitor on wellness and wellness this year in Waikato. So that's Rebecca Robertson. If you guys want to watch out for her, it's her first competition. But there's a few girls on the stage this year. They'll be in different shows. So I know one doing Wellington, I know one doing Tournament of Champs, and I know one doing Waikato. So hopefully they'll all just, do their thing, and then fuck nationals hopefully will be like, a nice good competition for wellness, because I remember nationals last year we only had two. And one of them was a bikini girl, which is Rochelle. She's an OG bikini girl, and she tried to push it into wellness, and obviously that's a hard job to do. You need more than a year develop like wellness muscle. So she did really well though, despite that, and Kathy took it out. But this year it'd be good to see like at least 5, like at least 5 or 6 girls up there in wellness. And I think we might do it. Do you have any girls in wellness competing? Any athletes?
Yeah, I've got one.
Oh, you've got one.
This year. She's a little late to start,
Okay.
but she's outbent. So, and I think, yeah, I'm pretty confident we can pull it together. And should we do, she'll look nutty. Yeah.
Yes, nice. And it's her first show in wellness?
Yeah, she has done a WBFF show before.
Yeah.
So she's not completely new to the stage, but this will be her first time in this, and she's made for it. Yeah.
I love it. Well, we won't name drop her. We'll keep her on the hush, of course. But
she inquired, and I was like, "Yes, come, let's go."
Yes, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
We need to do it though for wellness. Like, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be the coaches, isn't it? Like, who the fuck else is going to go and be like, push your like the girls that have got the size, push them into wellness. So, but yeah, my client Becca, she's genetically gifted. She would come out the womb with quads and a booty, so she's ready. She's done it, a long time ago, so she's ready for it. And there's a few other girls, so it'll be cool to see wellness come up, right? Won't it? We need it. We need a little push with it, but it'll happen.
Yeah.
For other people like Shay Crotty in the figure world, like we've got a few people out there doing their thing, hustling for us. So again, with this show, if you want to go to a show in the future, they're all pretty much the same price, I believe, and you can buy them all on nzifbb.co.nz for $50. Go and support the sport, man. Go to Tournament of Champs as well. What do you reckon, Frank? Everyone should head down to Palmy. Yeah,
make a weekend of it.
Make a weekend of it. Yeah, and if you're not on prep, go and fucking put some money in the economy down there. We probably need it, to be fair, and go and enjoy some burgers and whatnot. Frank and I will be having our chicken and beans or whatever we're having. But it'll be fun because we're at the show, so it'll be all the vibe, won't it? So yeah, go and buy your tickets, guys. Go and support the sport. Go and follow your favorite athletes. Go pump them up. Go make them feel good about what they're doing this year. They're doing it for New Zealand. Hopefully we'll get some more Olympians out of it over the next couple of years. Who knows? I mean, who knows? Hey, where it could go. But yeah, any other notes on Body of Steel, Frank? Anything else that we need to cover from that show?
No, again, I think that's probably it for that show.
Yeah. Little wee ones, but we want to make sure we cover them anyway because they're all important, and everyone that got up there fucking worked hard. You can't deny it. So we have to make sure we look after every show, even the little ones. They're all part of it. It's all part of the sport. But yeah, I think we covered them all. We're all stoked with James from the Body of Steel. He was my highlight. Loved Amy, your Amy. Was it Amy? Yeah, your Amy. Kayla, she was great. And Jasmine just blew it out of the park. So it was a really big highlight for me. Who was your favorite athlete from the day, do you reckon? Couple.
Oh.
Or girls.
Well, just to say that I am not biased. Again, I'll just mention James again.
Yeah.
He come out and he presented something that was upper echelon. He presented something that looked like he gave a fuck about it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he just looks so good up there.
Yeah, the type of athlete that you want to see up there because it makes other people want to, compete at that standard as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm with you. His posing too, guys. You guys need to go out there and do your posing because you can't let a 19-year-old smoke you on the post. Like, come on. He's setting the standard though. Everyone will have to step it up a little bit.
He did he done 3 classes.
3 class. Yeah, we didn't even mention that. He did 3 classes. And then he took out 2 of them or something.
Stood out in all of them.
All of them, yeah. Wow. Yeah. He did really well.
He just showed passion for it,
Yeah. You can see it. He's got it.
Yeah.
So we'll see him at Nationals. Everyone keep an eye out on him. If you want me to get him on the pod, let me know and I'll try to hustle him on the pod. We follow each other now, so he might be keen. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the show. Go follow NZIFBB on Instagram, all your favorite athletes. Go buy tickets for the next show. We'll see you in Palmy for that one in August. And if you guys have any questions for me or the Butter Pod, just jump on Instagram and let us know. Anything else, Frank, from you?
No, that's it.
We good?
Keep it alive.
Yeah, we're on prep live, so that's all we've got energy for today. So that's it. But thanks so much, Frank. I appreciate your time. It's always great to chat and talk about this stuff with you.
Yeah, happy to.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. All right, thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time in another episode.